Phil into Our Peak magazine, and we're here at Newcastle City Juniors. From Matt McCallum here, his third fight in the pro ranks. How's it going? I hear you matched. What's the situation?
Everything's going great. I'm matched. I've got the Pooch, very famous journeyman around the UK. He actually boxed last night.
Yeah, seen it.
Down at the York Hall, and I watched it. Very interesting, he doesn't just roll over, he comes to, have a bit of a go. Perfect for my first 6-round fight, perfect opponent. Looking forward to it, I think, as I've just said to you off camera there, I have to show some different skills compared to the last fight, after get on top of a really skillful journeyman who's used to going the distance in a fight, and not getting
So he's always fighting the prospects coming through, and he's competing at that level, and it's
exactly. And the British Boxing Board of Control would have taken his license away if he kept losing every single round of every fight, and he didn't show something. He shows something. He's intelligent. I can see that the kid is good at what he does. He's a really good journeyman. So it's a different test for me. I have to show something different, and I'm looking forward to it.
So, like you say, it's going to be a different fight to the last one. Let's touch upon that one, because hell of a fight. Greg O'Neill. It was expected before the fight that it might have been the fight of the night. I think it had to be.
Of course it was. Wasn't it?
Just the action, just all the way through. But also, as we said off camera before, you showed that toughness and the heart in the first couple of rounds. And it's not like that the toughness went away, but you could see that you started thinking about it more, and against a technical boxer like Greg O'Neill as well, who's obviously with his amateur background.
Yeah, good kid.
It says a lot for what you've actually got in your
in my arsenal, in my repertoire. Yeah, I think I showed everything. Fitness, certainly my heart. I felt like Chin, yeah. I took a few clean shots, as you do. It's a boxing match.
Yeah.
And I was nothing troubled me. As I said, I've said a few times, nothing troubled me in that fight. I was fit, I was stronger, I had a better chin. And in the last round, especially, you'll see I'm on my toes.
Yeah.
I'm jabbing and moving, boxing on the back foot, and so I think I showed a bit of everything. Again in this fight, I reckon I'll probably have to show a bit of everything again, because that's boxing, isn't it? All round, you should be all round, good at what you do,
Well, I think this is one of the things that, certainly in pro boxing, you don't always see it, where you've got fighters coming through. You should be fighting different styles, different strengths, all these different challenges, so that they prepare you, so you've got that experience for when you get to title level and things like that. Van Pooch, he's a come forward fighter, which is unusual for a journeyman.
It is, yeah. He was doing a lot of that last night, which was it was cool. He was showing quite a bit.
Very competitive.
Yeah, competitive. I think even at the end, and he obviously lost the fight, but he shook his head a bit, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, man."
40-36, his hand was up. I was like,
and I thought, he's obviously got a sense of humour as well, the lad, But yeah, at the end of the day, I've still got to be very careful, haven't I? This is a live opponent, and this kid. If I'm switch off and I'm sloppy, he could catch me, and it could be a big upset
last night, that's for sure. But I think with Van Pooch, one of the key things, or the key challenges for you going in, is it's picking the shots, it's finding the gaps and making the opportunities in there, and having the 6 rounds where you can do that. It's a matter of not going off too quickly, to a degree. You believe in your fitness, but it's a matter of doing it over the 6 rounds. There's going to be certain spells of the fight, certain spells of the rounds where you'll be a lot more active. Other times you'll be fainting more, trying to get reads on them, all these different things while you're in there. It's going to be a fascinating experience. Yeah,
it certainly will be. I'm really looking forward to it, and the fact, I'm headlining the show as well. So I'm the final bout. it's just exciting, you know. It's the reason I do this, because I love it, you know, more than anything. I don't do it for the money or what, you know. I don't do it because I need to. I do it because I love this, you know. And it's the entertainment business at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, I have to go out there and perform and put on a good show for my friends and family, and everyone else who's coming to watch me, because they're paying the hard-earned money, you know. So.
And you've recently joined the Jobs team.
I have, yes. Matty is my new manager. You know, Jobs Boxing Promotions. I left MTK. They didn't want to renew my contract, so I've joined with Jobs Boxing Promotions, and I'm really happy. I'm absolutely ecstatic, because there's some. They've got shows planned this year. They're putting a lot into it. I mean, just look how professional this press conference was. It was brilliant. So I'm very happy to be part of it, and very honoured as well. You know, because at the end of the day, Matty's putting faith in me, isn't he?
Well, he did last time out, and you came through very, very well.
Yeah.
And it was almost like you were kind of part of the team then.
Yeah.
It felt that way. Whereas now it's like it's official.
Yeah.
But I think from a team point of view, well, obviously when the press conference was going on before, one of the questions things I just mentioned was obviously with everybody sort of starting this journey pretty much at the same sort of time.
Yeah.
It's that togetherness where everybody's got their own storyline, and you can just. Sometimes you can dwell on yourself a little bit, where you can see what other people are going through. Sometimes you can learn from other people's situations sometimes as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought it was a really interesting point you made there, you know, and I hadn't really thought about it, but yeah, you know, of the 6 fighters that were up there, we're all sort of at the same stage, you know, 2-0 or 3-0 or, you know, and it's really interesting to see, right, where we'll be in a year's time, you know.
Because people will surprise you.
Of course, yeah.
For better, for worse.
Yes, exactly. And as I said, we all need a little bit of luck. Injuries is one of the worst things, isn't it? You know.
Oh.
And you know, shows getting cancelled and things. COVID didn't help. You know, it's been a nightmare the last 2 years for boxers. But I think, you know, as I've touched on, Matty's got our best interest at heart. He's going to do everything to get, you know, those boxers on that table out, and he's going to do everything to help them with ticket sales and just look after them, you know. And that's what a manager and a promoter should do. But I think there's far too much of, you know, the opposite of that, you know. Promoters, you know, all you hear is they're just in it for themselves, and it's hard for the boxer, it's hard to sell tickets and things, but it's not like that here. So it's good, it's an exciting time.
Well, obviously the Hilton show, you were on that at the start, so you were here at the start, even though you may not have officially been part of the team. But in terms of your aims for 2022, obviously we're not going to look ahead of Pooch. But
no, definitely not.
In terms of your focus 2022, what are you looking to achieve this year? What are the plans?
I want to be very active, you know, fight as many times as I can. You know, this is my first 6-round fight.
Yeah.
So then if I'm hopefully scheduled to fight in March, get another 6-round fight. Maybe it's even make that an 8-round fight if it could happen, and then get in for an area title shot. You know, as we said the last time we interviewed us, Greg O'Neill, I think would be a perfect opponent again. I think he wants it as long as he stays active. I think his team want it. I want it. That over 10 rounds would be brilliant, wouldn't it? It'd be electric. And if we could get that at the back end of the summer, autumn time, amazing, absolutely amazing. And then that's the first real step, you know.
Well, it's a box ticking exercise. You're ticking a box in 2 weeks' time.
Yep. Yeah,
and it's an important box to tick. It's like we're talking to the girls before the table in terms of the 2-minute rounds and the 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
And it's a similar sort of thing that you guys go through when you go from 4 to 6 and then 6 to 8.
Stepping it up.
You're technically probably not that much fitter when you do 10 rounds than what you are at the moment. There'll be certain little tweaks in there.
Conditioning your body, isn't it? You know, like, you know, when I used to fight on license, you'd do 3 2s. I mean, do that on me. you could do it on your head now. Honestly, could. But at the time, it was like 3-2s, oh God, and then 4-2s, and then 5-2s, and 6-2s. Again, now it's just so easy, and that's because my fitness, my conditioning has got used to it. And you're improving your fitness and conditioning all the time. So 10 rounds sounds very daunting, but I'm sure when I'm at that stage, and then hopefully past that stage, I'll just be used to it. It'll just be normal,
But that's where you go. That's why you don't go from 4 to 10.
Exactly.
You go from 4 to 6
You build
to 8.
yourself up, don't you?
You take it back to the gym afterwards. You work on whatever.
Unless your name's
little things where it's like, oh, hang on.
Yeah.
So I always say, boxing. If you don't put all the work in, it's the loneliest place in the world if you're not fit enough.
Of course it is. Yeah, without a doubt. And not just your fitness, all round, You have to put the graft in. Leave no stone unturned, because you'll get found out.
Yeah.
You'll get found out, And if you've done all the work, you've put the graft in, you've done everything you can, and you get beat. You've been beaten by a better opponent, and you can hold your head up high and go, do you know what it is? He was just better than us. Simple as that.
When you don't, that's when you get annoyed with yourself. If you know you've put everything in, it's like, well, it wasn't my night.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, looking forward to seeing you out there again.
Brilliant.
Against Lewis Van Pooch, Matt McCallum, the Wolfman.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.